The sound still wouldn't stop. 6, I think 6 pounds? Could that be it? Could it be 6? Was it a noise that belonged in that room?
What's the passcode? What am I supposed to do? How can we figure it out? I need something.
What? To be continued. What? What is this? A loud noise startled Junpei awake, and his eyes snapped open. Hello, one and all. This is Luckless Lovelocks. Welcome back to 999. The quest for the next ending? I don't know what to call this, and I don't know exactly how this is gonna work, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna try to get another ending, and I'm gonna try to figure out a way to kind of present it as its own flow. So I think using the other videos that I've already recorded. So what I'm probably gonna do is put links to the videos that you should watch before the one that I'm about to record in order to like get caught up on the story to the point where I am, because I'm gonna jump around so that I can get all the parts that I missed and see what kind of ending that leads us to. I don't really know. Yeah, I don't really know how this is gonna work, but let's go on this adventure together. And I'm thinking I'm gonna play this. Just as like a recap for what decision is being made that's gonna bring us to this branch of the story. And which ending I'm gonna try to get, I don't know. I want to get this one, I think, but I don't really understand I can't remember what decision I made to like make me go this way instead of this way. I don't know if it's something that happened earlier on or not. It's still gonna keep this blind, so I'm gonna keep comments off and just try to figure it out for myself. If it gets to the point where I'm like, have no clue what's going on and I'm just like finding the same stuff over and over again, then I might ask for help. But I like the idea of trying to keep things blind. I think it's more engaging for me and it's more engaging for you. So I'm gonna jump to this novel point and see where we can go from here. 4 and 5 doors. So I picked 4, I think, so we want to go 5 this time. Even with the specter of death hanging over them, their discussions continued for some time.
I thought we were finished with that topic.
But then what should we do?
We should talk it through.
Oh my god, enough! All we're doing is talking!
Santa! Oh! Santa threw up his hands, his voice filled with irritation.
Talking won't solve anything! It can't help us find our way out of here! You really sure you want to just sit around? We've only got 7.5 hours left. We already wasted 1.5 hours of our 9 hours.
Everyone there was already on the edge of panic. What Santa had told them only made that feeling more intense. No one was willing to argue this time.
You're right.
Very well then. There's only one way for us to proceed.
Sure not gonna be fun running around knowing we gotta jump when Zero says jump.
Well, it's stupid to just sit around here doing nothing.
Well, thanks to Snake's card, at least we have some idea of how this all works.
Correct. And so long as we all follow the rules, we will most likely be all right.
But
But what?
who's going to go in which door?
June looked toward the numbered doors.
Oh yeah, that's right. We can't have any more than 5 people in one door. All 8 of us can't go in the same door.
Then it would seem we will have to split up.
Wait,
Lotus looked terrified.
I'm telling you now, there is no way in hell that I'm going into door 5.
Come on now, don't be selfish.
Call me whatever the hell you want. I'm not going in there. If I'm going to have to walk through all that blood, then I'd rather stay here.
And we were doing so well.
Ace shook his head sadly.
Sorry, but I ain't going in there either. Someone else can go into door 5.
Oh, Santa, not you too.
Hey man, I just bought these shoes. If you think I'm getting some creepy dude's blood all over him, you got another thing coming.
That was the last straw.
What the hell, man? Weren't you the one who kept saying we should get going?
Yeah, so? Doesn't mean I wanted to go into door 5.
Oh, God.
There was an awkward silence. Finally, Seven spoke.
Fine, I'll go into door 5. I can't go in there alone, though. Anyone else willing to come with me?
There was another long silence. This time Snake was the one to break it.
I'll go.
What?
Don't worry. You'll be fine. We may part now, but I'm certain we'll meet again later.
How do you know that?
Because I do.
That's not an answer! If you're going, I'm going too. I'm going into door 5.
What am I going to do with you?
There's nothing you have to do.
Ace stepped forward.
If I join you, the problem is solved, correct? 7 is 7, and Snake is 2. And if you add Clover's 4 and my 1, the digital route will be 5.
7 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1 is 14. The digital root of 14. 1 plus 4 is 5.
Oh, it works perfectly! The 4 of us can go into door 5!
Wait, what about the other 4? What's their digital route gonna be?
Junpei did a quick mental calculation.
Lotus, Santa, June, and me. Our bracelet numbers are 8, 3, 6, and 5. 8, 3, 6, 5. What would our digital route be?
Oh god, I have to calculate this again? It's 4, right?
8 plus 3 plus 6 plus 5
Yeah,
is 22.
okay.
So,
I should have my paper out. I forgot about that. Jeez.
the
Okay,
digital
I'm
root
ready.
of 22, 2 plus 2 equals 4.
Kind of. Now I'm ready. He repeated what he determined.
It's 4. Add up our 4 bracelet numbers and the digital root is 4.
Then we can go into door 4.
Yeah. Huh. That worked out well.
So the team assignments will be like this. 7, Snake, Clover, and Ace. They would go through door 5. Lotus, Santa, June, and me will go through door 4. Are these really the teams I want? Beyond door 5 is what remains of the 9th man. I never want to see that thing again, but something's telling me that it'd be a good idea to examine the corpse, even just a little closer. Of course, if I went through door 5, I wouldn't be going with Lotus and Santa. I could bring June with me through door 5, but that means she'd have to see the body in there. I don't want to put her through that.
Junpei was torn.
Should I stay silent and go through door 4?
No.
Or should I stop them and insist on door 5?
Yes. As he turned his options over and over in his mind, Ace spoke up.
All right then. It seems we've reached a conclusion. Shall we go?
He began to walk toward door 5.
I'm going through door 5.
Clover and Snake followed, with 7 a short distance behind.
We're over there too, right, Snake?
The door's not going anywhere. Slow down.
Which door?
Oh, I see. It tells you which options he picked last time. That's really cool. Or which options you've already gone through. Door 5, here we go!
Hey, wait.
We're in uncharted territory here. Junpei's cry echoed across the room. The 4 people walking toward the door stopped. Turned back toward him.
I want to go through door 5 too.
The words were scarcely out of his mouth when June spoke up.
What? What are you saying, Junpei? If you're going through that door, then I'm going with you.
He turned around to look at her.
No, you can't. I can't take you with me.
Why?
Well, you know what's in there, don't you? Are you sure you want to see that?
Well...
June opened her mouth as if to say something, but instead closed it again and looked at the floor. She really doesn't want to see that. Junpei felt an ache in his chest at her clear distress, but the choice was not his to make. There was nothing else he could do. Junpei turned away from June, doing his best to silence his turbulent emotions.
Please, let me go into door 5.
The one thing that's kind of stuck in my mind after the ending that we saw before is that there were 6 knocks on the sarcophagus or the coffin. That leads me to like two thoughts. June is number 6. That's the first one. And then there's door number 6. That's the second one. One of those 2 things is going to have importance in finding kind of like the true ending. Or do we have to find all the endings to get the true ending? I don't know. But that's one thing that's kind of in my mind is what is the significance of that 6 knocks? 7 scratched his head and looked at the young man.
Man, now we're right back where we started. You know that?
Junpei's bracelet is number 5, right? If we are going to add Junpei, then we must subtract 5 from the rest of us.
Snake turned to Ace.
Ace, please, take good care of Clover.
Oh, all right. That's fine.
1 + 4 = 5, yeah.
Don't go away!
You need to listen to me, Clover. Go to door 4 with the others.
No!
Don't be so selfish.
Snake's tone was harsh.
Why?
Tears welled up in Clover's eyes. Oh. She bit her lip and did her best to fight them off. Snake's expression softened, and he put his arms around Clover. He held her close and whispered into her ear.
You'll be fine. Just relax.
Knowing what we know, this is like totally, like... This totally changes the game. Oh, all these interactions are just painted by the events that we've already seen. It looked as though he whispered 2 or 3 more words. But whatever they were, Junpei didn't hear them.
What did he tell her?
So, we know that they've, at least Clover has gone through a similar exercise before, right? That's what's like in my mind right now. It's like they kind of know what's going on. Couldn't help but wonder what the other man had said. Snake pulled back from his sister, his eyes kind and inquiring.
Okay, I understand.
Her voice was barely audible from where Junpei stood. before long, new teams were assembled.
Let's make sure we've got this straight. Those going to door 5 are me, 7, and Snake. 7 plus 2 plus 5 equals 14. And the digital root of 14, 1 plus 4, is 5. And those going to door 4 are Lotus, Santa, June, Ace, and Clover. 8 plus 3 plus 6 plus 1 plus 4 is 22. And the digital root of 22 is 2 plus 2, 4. We're okay with this.
No problems here.
Yes. Let's do it.
All right then.
7, Snake, and Junpei scanned their numbered bracelets in quick succession. The screen of the red showed 3 asterisks.
The lever's all that's left. Okay. All right then. Let's go.
Junpei glanced around one last time, his hand resting on the lever of the red.
Okay. Please be careful.
Concern was written plainly across her face.
We will.
Junpei looked her in the eye and gave what he hoped was a reassuring nod. He pulled the lever. With the sharp clack of a lock releasing, the door swung open.
And it's open.
Ahead of them, in the small hallway, were the pitiful remains of the 9th man.
Oh,
That's messed up.
that was the 9th man.
For a moment, Junpei froze. Try as he might, his eyes would not leave the corpse, and his feet would not leave the floor. 7, too, seemed paralyzed. Snake, on the other hand, seemed unconcerned. Walked calmly down the bloody hallway, and only stopped when he realized his companions were not following.
Oh.
How can you...
Well, do you intend to kill me? I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you?
He hadn't even bothered to turn around. His head was, at most, slightly cocked toward one shoulder.
Sorry.
Let's go!
Junpei and 7 looked at one another, nodded, and threw themselves through the door. As they did, a cold tone sounded from the left wrists of all 3 men. 7 and Junpei looked down at their bracelets. On both of them, and on Snake's, a red skull had flickered to life. More of a pink skull.
Damn it! The countdown started!
They had scarcely processed this information when... With a metallic slam, the numbered door behind them swung shut.
Shit, the door!
There's no turning back now. And if we don't manage to find the deactivation device...
Hey, where is the dead?
The fear and urgency in 7's face reflected what all 3 of them felt.
How the hell should I know?
Stay calm. Look around you.
Okay, I get it.
Junpei spun around, searching desperately for the dead. He found it easily enough. It was on the wall, next to the closed door labeled 5.
Found it! Right here!
As he yelled, he struck the scanner with his hand. The other 2 scrambled to follow suit. As soon as they finished, Snake threw the lever down. Oh.
Well, it looks like it stopped.
As he spoke, Junpei wiped the sweat from his forehead with a trembling hand.
Goddamn thing's gonna give me a heart attack.
Muscles stood out in 7's neck, and the corners of his mouth were twitching.
Jumpy, are you all right? Are you guys okay?
They could hear anxious voices, muffled but distinct, from the other side of the door.
Yeah, we're fine.
The detonators have been deactivated.
They heard relieved sighs, and even through the door, the three men could feel the tension disperse.
All right, we're moving on. Be careful, okay?
Okay.
Sure thing.
I just realized it's mainly girls and Santa. And it's all guys going this way. Oh no, I guess Ace is over there too. Okay. Forget what I said.
And they're gone.
They heard footsteps moving away, and before long, they were alone again.
Now.
Junpei looked around.
Doesn't look like we can go any further this way.
The hallway ended roughly 20 or 30 feet from where they stood.
Maybe this wall can be moved. Or not. It's not budging.
This is so cool. We're getting to see a whole different perspective. And also, like, what kind of effect is this going to have on the story? Like, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
Hey, there's a door over there.
To the left, however, was a wooden door that looked positively inviting by comparison. In the middle of it was a plaque that read, First Class.
A first-class cabin, huh?
Well, it seems like it.
Let's have a look then, shall we? All right then, let's go.
Yeah.
Without hesitation, Snake opened the door and stepped inside. Seven followed closely behind him. Junpei moved to follow them as well, but he stopped just short of the threshold and looked back, not knowing why.
I don't want to look, but...
Lying in the small hallway was a man's body, or at least what was left of it. He tried hard to avoid looking at the grisly scene, but it just wouldn't leave his mind.
Oh, it's so horrible. I can't even tell what's what.
What had once been a man's internal organs now looked like so much vomit. So something had chewed up and spit out the better part of his torso. It was hideous, but worse still, it was cruel. It's hard to believe the thing on the floor had once been a human. The black pool of thick blood, the lumps of glistening flesh spread across the floor, the awkward, twisted tangle of shredded intestines, the head, wrenched to some grotesque, unnatural position.
He'd been wearing these.
The man's glasses lay next to his head. The lenses were cracked, and the frame bent and distorted. And next to the glasses lay a bracelet, the number 9, still displayed on its face.
The bracelet's off. Oh wait, Zero did say.
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so. 1. You escape from this ship. 2. More likely, which is 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship, or detects that the wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
The bracelet comes off when you're dead. Oh, but what the hell's the point of getting it off when you end up like this? Ugh.
Okay. We're probably gonna get this bracelet, aren't we? So... that's number 9. We're number 5. I wonder if we can get, with all the bracelets we collect, a digital route of 9, if that will allow us to get out of the other door or something. Something to consider. So, Snake died in the other one, right? So that's 2. 9 plus 2 is 11. Plus R5. That's 7. So we'd need... I don't know. We need another 2 to make 9, right? Just something to consider.
Oh,
Let's see what happens.
Just imagining how it must have happened. This was a human.
Oh god. Suddenly Junpei felt his stomach convulse, and a knot of muscle gripped his throat.
Oh god. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna puke. Oh, I gotta get out of here.
He clapped his hands over his mouth and ran to the first-class cabin. Maybe we aren't going to grab the wristband. The atmosphere changed immediately. The room was gorgeous, and despite the apparent age of the ship, none the worse for wear.
Huh. Where did they...
He looked around. Seven and Snake were nowhere to be seen. There were 2 doors on the right side of the room. He opened the one on his right and went through.
Through here?
Oh, wow. On the other side of the door was a short hallway. He jogged down the hallway, opened the door at the other end, and peeked through. There they were. To his right, busy examining something. Oh.
What's up?
He stepped through the door and walked toward them.
Check this out.
Okay,
We found this
so
thing
we've
here on the door.
got our first puzzle. So that's the other thing, is we're going to have all these other puzzles to solve. And I'm sure you guys will love watching me fuck them up.
The red light's on. Does that mean it's locked?
So I would assume.
Is there any other way out?
We looked around a little. Other than this door, we didn't find anything.
So you're telling me that unless we can open this door...
Yes, we won't be going anywhere.
Junpei stepped away from the door and looked around the room.
This looks like a bedroom.
Then the other room is probably a living room, or the closest you can get to one on a ship.
All right, let's find a way to open this door. Come on, guys.
It begins again. Okay, so, wow, this one might have even more to it than the first puzzle that we solved the first run. I'm going to wrap up this episode here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This should be really interesting. I'm going to just follow this flow until we get to another decision point where I can make a different... I don't know if I make a different decision or if I make the same decision and then I just skip to later on. I don't know. I'm going to think about it. I'll just decide when I get through like this side of the flow what I'm going to do. This is Luckless signing off for now, and I love you all.